What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today, I'm bringing you guys our final announced show, guys, to the YouTube channel, which I'm incredibly excited about, and I can't wait to get in here this episode of Zero Questions, Zero Answers. This is our final show that's being announced, guys, on the YouTube channel that you'll be able to watch every single Sunday. This is the Q&A show, guys, and just as a recap, guys, on Mondays you can expect the Gears cast, which is our Gears of War podcast. On Tuesdays you can expect the Resistance, which is our Watch Dogs podcast. And on Wednesday, you can expect Zero Dark, which is our Call of Duty podcast. And then on Thursday is the Last Cast, which is the Last of Us podcast. And then on Friday is, of course, For the Swarm, which is our StarCraft podcast. Saturday is the 8 Below show. And now on Sunday, guys, Zero Questions, Zero Answers, which, like I said, is the Q&A show. I can't wait to get into this thing here today, guys, to kind of break down exactly what this show is going to be. This is pretty much our laid-back, chill show that we're going to have each week. I thought it was important, guys, that we had more ways than one that we would be able to connect. I'm going to be taking your guys' viewer, submitted questions, and those questions, guys, I will go ahead and a lot of them I'm going to get to throughout the course of the Q&A show. And what I'll do is then, of course, for next week, if you guys have questions, you guys can hit me up on social media, which is, with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at @0_TV. You guys can, hit me up there with questions that you might have for the Q&A show. You can hit me up here on YouTube, of course, or even on Twitch. And we'll take a bunch of questions each week, guys, and I'll kind of go in depth as much as I really can with any in particular question that we have. So this week we've got some questions. I can't wait to get in this thing, so let's do it. Our first question of the day, guys, is how old are you and what is your current life situation? And this was submitted on Reddit to me, guys, a question or a message that came in from Reddit. And so I thought, you know what, this is a good place to start. Give you guys a little bit of some back history here. So first of all, I am 29 years old, guys. My birthday is December 5th, so this is my, dirty 30 year. This is the year that I'll be turning 30 years old, which is absolutely crazy. So 29, I live currently in Ohio, guys, kind of right on the border, though, kind of near the West Virginia, PA border. So we're kind of, in that, pretty much there geographically, but we're currently in Ohio, and I have been here pretty much my entire life. I mean, obviously, I've thought to myself of moving elsewhere and such, and there's been a lot of consideration there as far as that's concerned, but we have not done it yet in Ohio. Let's be real. I mean, I enjoy it for what it is. I hate the winters. I mean, that's just kind of just me. I'm not a big fan of the winters, but of course, during the spring and summer months, it's quite nice here in Ohio. So that's where I am, and I've grown up here, like I said, pretty much my entire life. And so it's one of those things, right? It's actually we've got a really, a nice situation overall. Sure. I mean, it could be, I guess you could think to yourself, man, it would be, nicer to live in LA or nicer to live maybe down south in Florida or somewhere. But I got to say, guys, for where I am right now, I'm absolutely happy with where I am in life, and I'm excited about, the future and what the possibilities hold somewhere down the road. I'm excited about this journey that we call life. Question number 2 of the show, guys, is a lot of you probably already know the answer to this, for me at least, and as far as I've given you guys my opinions on certain topics on the YouTube channel. Generally speaking, we talk gaming and entertainment as a whole, but I also like to talk about sports. Well, this next question, guys, was submitted to me through Twitter. And the question is who is the best basketball player of all time? And so I'm a big basketball fan, guys. I absolutely love the NBA. I love college as well, but the NBA has a really special place in my heart. I really believe that basketball has done an incredible job of marketing the players and the players being able to, it's a player-controlled league, which I really like as well. Well, guys, in my personal opinion, everyone's going to be different, right, as far as what their answers are. However, I've got to say that the best basketball player ever that I've ever seen, witnessed, experienced is absolutely LeBron James. I believe he's the greatest ever, and a lot of people, I think, agree. A lot of people also disagree. A lot of people think that, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Magic Johnson, a number of other players were better than LeBron. But I got to say, guys, that LeBron James is absolutely without a doubt, the greatest ever. And I don't think that, if you can't really see it yet, I think by the end of his career, I think it'll be widely renowned that he is the greatest ever. Just how many times he's been to the finals. Sure, he hasn't won every time, but just the sheer amount of times he's made it, the amount of points he has, rebounds, assists, just everything, the totality of his work by the end of his career, which I believe he's got probably 3, 4, maybe even more years than that. It's hard to say, but I would say he's probably got a few more years definitely left in the tank, couple of years of being in his prime still. And so with that, I would say just the totality of everything by the end of his career, it's going to be so overwhelming for any other player to be considered the greatest outside of him, because he's been fully committed to basketball. He's been, look, he does things outside of the court, for his community and things of that nature. I just think all around, he is incredible. If we look at on the basketball court, I just say he's absolutely the greatest. My only knock to Michael Jordan was I feel that he wasn't as committed as LeBron is to basketball. Michael Jordan took time off to play baseball. Then he took time off because he had disagreements with the Chicago Bulls, their management team and such. And so I just felt that even though Michael Jordan was an incredible player overall, I just felt that he didn't have as much love for the game as LeBron has, because he left the game multiple times. And that's just my opinion, guys. But I do think that Michael Jordan is certainly, if he's not the best ever, he's certainly the second best in my book, but absolutely LeBron James without a doubt, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and let's have a real conversation about it. Another viewer submitted question that I kind of came across on YouTube for the Q&A was, what are your goals on YouTube and Twitch? And so guys, I've got, a number of goals. I think the big one for me is that I just want this, this dream of mine to become a full-time YouTube and a streamer, really YouTuber and Twitch streamer. That's kind of the main thing. It's just to be able to do it full-time. There's not necessarily like having millions of subscribers or anything of that nature. It's more so just my goal is to try to make this a full-time ordeal. And I gotta say, guys, that right now, it's not a full-time job. I do it just for fun at this point in time. I just think it would be really cool to be able to make YouTube and Twitch a full-time, ordeal and job. It's been absolutely awesome. And so, guys, something that I probably should have mentioned earlier when I was asked about, my life situation. Well, so as far as work goes, I work for my dad, who is, we run a travel agency, and it's been really hit in a major way during the pandemic going on in our world. The travel industry as a whole has been just really, hit in a major way, like I said. And so YouTube has been here for me as far as a place where I could go to create content. And now that, with this pandemic going on, I've had more time to be able to focus on YouTube and Twitch and such, and really see if this is a viable option at some point or another in the future to do this full time. So it's a really it's kind of one of those things. It's almost like a blessing in disguise, because I always wanted to do YouTube and Twitch full time, but just never really had necessarily the time and the, because I was always traveling and things of that nature. But now with the pandemic going on, it's actually opened up this potential opportunity to see what we got with YouTube. And I gotta say, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the YouTube channel, on the Twitch channel. It means the world. We're growing every single day. It's because of all of you guys. So thank you so much for that. And if I were to put like a number to what I'd like to get to on YouTube and Twitch as well, it would be 100,000. My goal, guys, would definitely be to get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think that would be, I would feel like I really achieved something. Sure, 1 million would be absolutely incredible, but 100,000, guys, that's a lot of people watching, a YouTube channel, and that would just be absolutely incredible. And we're currently at 3.5K, so we're a much smaller channel at this point in time, but that would be a long-term goal. The same can be for Twitch. Twitch, I would love to get to 100,000 followers. I think that could be, absolutely incredible. Those would be my goals, though, guys. Really, at the end of the day, I just want to try to make this a full-time ordeal. And that's kind of been my vision for quite some time now. Really, when I started this YouTube channel back in 2018, I've always wanted to make, YouTube as well as Twitch a option that I could go to where I could create content, just have fun, and that's exactly what I've done. It took me about an entire year to even start making money in the first place on YouTube. So I started uploading in 2018. It wasn't until the following year until I actually was able to even start bringing in some money. So it's just been really more so a labor of love than anything. I've loved YouTube. I love Twitch, guys. And like I said, come on this journey with me. Let's see if we can make it a full-time ordeal. So this is another sports question, guys, which, by the way, a lot of these questions, guys, and the answers I'm going to be giving you on these, I want to have and answer questions that are more related to me, maybe like things, around like my personal life, things that I enjoy outside of gaming and entertainment, that being like sports and things of that nature. So just so you know that I haven't done any, questions or taken any questions based around gaming and such. I certainly will in the future, but more so than anything, I'm going to be talking about other things outside of gaming and entertainment because that's what we talk about all the time. So the question here is, guys, is what are my favorite sports teams? And so I'll kind of give you the list. So I'm near Pittsburgh, guys. I'm in Ohio, but a lot of the Ohio teams, I don't actually cheer for because I'm right on the border near Pennsylvania, and so I'm actually closer to Pittsburgh than I am to, say, Cleveland and such. So I love all of the Pittsburgh teams. So we're talking the Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, when we're talking about basketball, I have been a huge Cleveland Cavaliers fan. Probably the main reason is because Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, and so I'm a big proponent and fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Had a little bit of a rough go the past couple of years. However, we certainly won the championship in 2016, so I can't complain about that. Now, as far as college is concerned, guys, I went to Ohio University. I also went to the New York Film Academy. Those were the two places that I went to school. Ohio University, so I cheer for Ohio University in college sports, but they're not usually very good. So I've really grown up being a Michigan State fan. Pretty much in our area, guys, in Ohio, everyone's, for the most part, Ohio State fans or Michigan fans, and I have always just been a Michigan State fan personally, and just absolutely grew up loving the logo, and so that's where I've absolutely loved the Michigan State Spartans. But so in college, certainly it's Michigan State as well as the Ohio Bobcats, and so those are my favorite teams, guys. And all in all, I can't really complain about many of them. I mean, the only one that I wish I could see be good at some point or another is the Pittsburgh Pirates. They just haven't been good for a number of years. Ever since I was a kid, they've never really made a major run in the playoffs, which I've always just wanted to see them in a playoff series. They'll make it to like the wild card. They have a couple of years that I can remember and just lost in the wild card, and so the whole year was pretty much kind of led you to that moment, and they didn't make it. But nonetheless, I can't complain. The Steelers have won 6 Super Bowls, which is, tied for the most in the league. You got the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are, coming off like a couple of rough years, but years that still were making the playoffs, just not really going as far as I feel that we should have. But we also won back-to-back. We've won a number of Stanley Cups in the last, decade or so. And so I can't complain about, the Penguins either. And Michigan State's pretty good in basketball. They've been good for a while now. Made it to the Final Four, the last March Madness that we had. I just, can't really complain about that. The Cavs won in 2016. I'm a happy sports fan overall. I mean, my teams aren't going to win every year, and I totally understand that as a fan, guys. That's why you stick with your teams through the thick and thin, and that's what it means just to be a loyal fan. I will not jump off the ship of like the Cavs or the Pirates just because they're not good right now. One day they might be a dynasty, and that's the beauty in sports. But let me know, guys, in the comment section down below, what are your favorite sports teams? Let me know. Let's have a conversation about it. Our last question of the day, and it's actually a two-part question coming to us from Parker Burris, who is a viewer-submitted questions. And the first part of it is, what is happening with the second channel? And that's a great question, Parker. What I will tell you is this. The second channel, I'm not ready to reveal exactly what we are going to be doing there. However, there are plans in the future. I definitely have plans for how I want to utilize the second channel. What I'll say about that is this, though. This will kind of lead me into his second question, is that the reason why the second channel hasn't been utilized as of yet is because I want to make sure that I've got perfect amounts of time to be able to kind of put a really nice structure around the second channel where I know that I'll be able to consistently upload. If you guys are accustomed to my YouTube channel, I'm uploading 5+ videos per day. And so when you're uploading that many videos, it tends to get difficult to be finding time outside of, of your main channel to be able to create content. And so what I'm getting at, guys, is, Monday through Friday, we are live on Twitch, and then, every day, basically 24/7, we are uploading videos consistently on the YouTube channel. And so that creates just a lot of time, whether you're talking from, making the videos to editing the videos to rendering to uploading to scheduling. It just takes time. And so the second channel, I will get to it absolutely when I play, when we have time, and I feel confident that I consistently can upload videos. And when I mean consistently, guys, I mean every single day. That's what we're waiting for with the second channel, which leads me into his second question. He says, why don't you respond to comments? And he says, hopefully I'm not being mean. Parker, you're not being mean. And here's the thing, man. When it comes to the YouTube comments, I get a number of comments every single day, and I will tell you that I do love responding to comments as much as I possibly can. I don't respond as much as maybe I should. I would say the reason being is because of how many videos I'm uploading on a daily basis. When we're talking 5+ videos and you're getting a number of comments from a number of videos, whether you're talking way in the past or the present videos that you're getting, sometimes it gets a little bit difficult to be able to, respond to comments and things of that nature. However, I will go on to I'll go into the comment section of my videos, especially like through the YouTube studio, and I will go through as many as I possibly can. Some of those videos I'm responding to are comments from months ago, maybe even a year ago, and some of those are more recent. So I try to respond as much as possible. It's just sometimes difficult when you're uploading so many videos and, getting comments in from another number of videos, whether you're talking present videos that are just being uploaded or videos from way in the past. And what I've noticed, guys, is the support from all of you has been absolutely incredible. And I absolutely want to say thank you so much for all the support once again, guys. But what I'll say is that over time, you guys have been supporting more and more, and what that's creating is it is harder for me to respond to comments. I do, and I will admit that I need to get better about responding to more comments than I am currently. It's just, it's a balancing act, guys. I'm creating the content. I'm also trying to, respond to comments and such as those comments come through. And I think the toughest thing is that I'm a one-man show, guys. It's just me. I don't have editors that, do my work for me. I don't have anything of that sort. So it's just me, and it's me responding. It's me creating all of the content for you guys. So just bear with me when it comes to comments. I try to respond as much as I possibly can. but I'm thinking that this is going to be a really good way to respond to certain comments and to be able to do this Q&A, which I think is going to be a great way for me to give you guys some further feedback and try to have more of a real conversation with you guys, like you, Parker. So I really, I appreciate the questions, absolutely, guys. From a standpoint of, bring in more questions, and I'll answer as much as I possibly can. And that was the whole purpose of creating a show, guys, called Zero Questions, Zero Answers. And this is why I am going to be trying to respond as much as possible, having more of a connection with all of you that are sending me questions, that are sending me thoughts on whether it's other games or sports teams or something to do in the movie industry, the music industry, whatever it is, guys. I definitely want to answer a ton of those questions just here through this show. But with that, guys, this is Zero Questions, Zero Answers. Welcome to the show, guys, and welcome to our last announced show. So now, at this point in time, we have all of our shows, our new shows, announced on the YouTube channel, and I couldn't be more excited to continue this journey with all of you guys that we call life, but this journey on YouTube and on Twitch. It's been a roller coaster, man. It's been so many peaks and valleys throughout the course of time, and it happens to everybody, and I love it. It's a part of the passion that fuels me for doing YouTube and content creation. But thank you guys so much for all your questions this week. And absolutely, guys, as time goes, I'm going to be trying to answer more and more questions as we go. But definitely, if you guys want, let me know in the comment section down below other questions that you would like to have answered moving forward. Let me know, guys. And I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Zero Questions, Zero Answers. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.